Hi, and welcome back to my channel. This is the Troit Maniac, or Dr. Nighttime if you want to call me by my in-game name. And in this video, I'll be going through a takedown draft, explaining why I'm drafting the cards that I do, as well as explaining which turns I'm playing, or why I'm playing which card on which turn. So, let's start drafting. Okay, so we look at this and immediately we see three lousy options. Tilia is just a bad card. Mavitoire, okay, so that just does more, right? So gaining power just isn't as good as you would think. And then there's Veden. Veden can be a really powerful blue-green card. Would kind of lock you into playing blue and green, though. And so given these three, if I were already establishing that I was playing blue-green, sure, I'd take Veden. Like, that would be a snap decision, right? Veden's a good card in that deck. There's no deck where Mavitoire or Tilia are ever good. I'm still going to go with Veden, though, anyway. Since you only need one blue to make Veden work, I feel like, it's not that bad of a card. And truth be told, vanilla 3-drop isn't bad, so because Veden this early in the draft is okay, right? Vanilla 3-drop is okay, and could be really, really good depending on what other cards I see. Yeah, I'll go with Veden. Okay, so now I've got with Runodon, Hellas, and Blueless. So between Hellas and Blueless, I would go with Blueless. Well, actually, let's think, because in draft, you end up running less efficient decks, so you're more likely to have at least 2 crystals of one color, but still, I'm going to go with Blueless. Yeah, and then Nona, Snap Pick, right? The only one of those that's particularly good. Now we start thinking, now it looks like Veden might have been a pretty good choice. If I saw this set up early, I'd snap pick Weezergos, one of the best cards in the game. You might think, okay, I'm running blue-green, so Togepi should be pretty good, because, takes a blue crystal, or sorry, gets a green crystal. I'm actually going to go Parteloger here, and here's why. Often in close games, it just comes down to finishing off your opponent, and the ability to just, if your opponent's at 2 health, and you have 2 crystals, just, I don't care what colors they are, I can use this to close the game out. I might not end up playing Parteloger, except, like, at the very end of the game, but I don't think I'd be playing either of these other cards either. And I think that puts us halfway through, right? Sorry, no, we're four cards in. We've got our Veden payoff, our Blueless and Nona generators, and our Parteloger as a game ender. Looking at this now, Progus is the obvious pick. Our payoff card is blue-green. And what's better than just a regular blue-green? 2 blue-greens. This is turning really good. Okay, we've got our green generators. Now we go for our blue generator, right? This is an obvious take here. Marie, yeah, well, why would I burn 2 blue crystals to not do anything, right? Olivia. Okay, I don't like any of these choices. We've got, like, 1 red card so far, so Rebel is probably not going to work out. Chiz Potato, we've got no red generators. I mean, unless we want to use Chiz Potato as just a vanilla 3-drop, actually might not be that bad. But I'm still thinking Lizetta. With Olivia's ability to grant 3 blue crystals all in one shot, Lizetta's ability, even if she's only a 2-drop, right? Yeah, even if she's only a 2-drop, because we're highly unlikely to get just 3, highly unlikely to get all blue cards in hand. Yeah. Okay, now looking at this, Ryder's obviously out. Right? We're running a blue-green deck. Lena and Mista are both really good. Checking the deck again. We already have 2 generators for each color. Yeah, I'm gonna go Lena. Although Mista is actually an okay play. Alright. Pan Chang is out, right? We're not trying to prankster our way to victory. Firan and Heaton are both really good. Firan's just a no-cost try to limit what the opponent does. Heaton can do 1 point of damage. Yeah, so since we already have Lena to just do the 1 point, I'm actually going to go with Firan. But there we go. So, looking again at the deck, we got really lucky with our draft. Like, this could arguably be a constructed deck. The only thing that would look funny is Parter Loader. We've got our 2 blue generators, our 2 green generators. We've got our 2 blue-green payoffs. We've got Lizetta and Lena. And then Parter Loader as just finisher. So that's the deck setup. Now let's see how the deck performs. Alright, so again, with 4 generators, we are hoping to see a generator early. And we do. Obviously, no point playing Firan when the opponent doesn't have any crystals. No point playing Parter Loader when we don't have any crystals. That's an easy snap decision. Okay, so we just charge for 1. Opponent blood charges 1 for 2. Got our green, now we'll go for our blue. The reason I'm going Nona rather than Olivia is just for the stats. Oh, but denying the opponent a Mector works pretty well too. And turns our 1 point deficit into a 1 point lead on the second turn. Yeah, okay, let's just Lena this and hope he doesn't have a Maxisser. He doesn't. And so now we're completely set up. Opponent has no crystals. And let's Helen. The Helen will only be good for 1 here rather than being good for 2. But still, when you're already ahead, can't complain about a +1. Okay. Yeah, we're out of crystals now. Let's go blueless here, because blueless is good here as well. Alright, much like our turn 1. Probably don't like how many crystals the opponent has set up, but what can you do? Playing Nona here to try to mix our color crystals, or mix our crystal colors. Okay, Akofir, why do you run that card? This is not a mono green deck. Okay, here's the question, do we want a Parter Loader just to cash in on our advantage? Or Olivia to try to build the advantage? I'll go with Olivia to try to make Lizetta good, come to think of it. Ooh. How many crystals do we think the opponent's going to keep around? Let's go Lizetta instead. Okay, so Veden would have been the better play instead. What can you do? You can play Veden now. Alright. Now, what we really don't want to see here is anything that prevents us from getting crystals next turn. And we don't. And that ends the game! Wow! Was not expecting to win the game that quickly. Alright, but that is game 1. Alright, so 1-0 with this deck. I'm gonna go with Nona rather than Olivia, just because I'd prefer the extra power. And generally, a 2-drop generator is better to play than a 1-drop generator. Wouldn't have really mattered here, but... Okay, so we can either go Ferran to try to remove a crystal, or Progus to try to get ourselves good colors. I think colors are better. Of course, if our crystal gets destroyed, it won't matter. Our crystals does not get destroyed. Okay, we're up against another blue-green deck. I feel like the play's gotta be Vegan. Could get punished with like a Kobusin here, but... we don't get punished. And we have a 4-point lead. Okay, what do we want to do here? You know, I actually feel like playing Part Loader here. Okay. Yeah, I was defending against a super high power card. But instead, what ended up happening is we've got a crystal that's going to be rather difficult for us to use. I think Vegan is the only card we run that can even take a red crystal. Okay, opponent cashes in. Sure, let's Lizetta here. Might as well, we have the 3... That is why we have Olivia. Olivia into Lizetta. Alright, so we've gotta like our position here. Ahead by 4. Even with the crystal we can't use, or can... it's going to be difficult to use. I guess, well, no, there's one other card that can actually make use of a red crystal. Part Loader. Yeah, now we start thinking about trying to close the game out. Closing the game out if none of those 2 costs power up or heal, like we saw Pestilos earlier. And it powers up. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go with Nona here to gain a blue, so that if we see Lena again next turn, we can win. Okay, we like that the opponent doesn't have a crystal right now, and so can't do any shenanigans. Like clockwork. I said we play a Nona to gain a blue, so that if we see Lena next turn, we win. And there we go. Two and oh. So I'll point out, that slight hesitancy of, well, why are you playing, why pick Part Loader in an otherwise blue-green deck? Didn't come back to bite us. Though I suppose had that crystal been any other color. But... Okay, our only generator in the opening hand. That's no real question about what to play there. Okay, good to see that the opponent is running Lindeen. It's been pointed out Lindeen has has pretty much the same effect as Royce. So, good to know that that's what we're up against. Yeah, I want to run Lena here. Okay, so we got a crystal destroyed, but we also denied the opponent a crystal by just playing a low power card. Okay, sure, the Lizetta 4-drop. Like, how often are we going to get a chance to do that? Actually, oh, I think about it. So here's like the one time when not seeing the opponent's power numbers hurts us. I'm gonna go with Lizetta, because usually when you're on no crystals, you'll play a generator. And of course, that's not how it happens at all. But the other factor is, Helen is still good this turn. Lizetta would not be good this turn. Two ones and a two. Let's go Ferran. Alright, have a slight lead, just the 1 health lead, but... Okay, I like this Helen play. Granted, the opponent also plays Helen. We're still down to just the 1 point lead. Nope, opponent rompters. Opponent is playing some sort of tricolor something or other. Do we want a blueless to get 3 crystals or Lena? I want a blueless here so that Veden will work out nicely next turn. Okay. Fine. We have a lead of 3 health. We have a lead of 1 crystal. There's our Veden. And that puts us on top pretty decisively. Yeah, I want Lizetta here. So opponent completes Rainbow. So we don't want to get Royce here. I'm going to go Progus rather than Olivia. Here's why. We've seen a Lindeen from the opponent. You know, perhaps the phrase artificial intelligence is being a little too liberal with the phrase intelligence. Party loader, you need to heal. I was expecting a Lindeen there, actually, but whatever. Okay, that was a thing.
Yes, my fluffy fuzz. Opponent didn't play well that game at all.
Yeah, my cat Pandora making not quite an appearance, because no camera, but making her presence known. Alright, entering game 4. 1 generator, Olivia's the play. Alright, so we're each supercharged after 1 turn. Do we get the Lizetta here? We do not. I'm gonna Progus here just to keep our options open. Alright, so now the one card we really don't want to see here is Damus from the opponent. But this Helen's pretty nice. Oh, yeah, can't... No complaints about facing a T-grounder there. And we have a pretty decent lead through 3 turns. We're up by 2. Let's card loader, just convert that winning position. Okay. Didn't work out. Yeah, as far as I know, there's no 2-drop or 4-drop card that burns 2 green crystals, so Furan is gonna work somehow or other. We're on a blueless here. I feel like restricting our own cards is more of a problem than restricting the opponent. And okay, a Kofir. Once again, the why do you even run that card? Opponent will probably be powering up. Do we want to Lies out of here just for that? Now let's crystal up. Okay, that's... Yeah, definitely benefiting a little bit from artificial unintelligence. I feel like with our nice rainbow here, we actually don't want to throw it all away on the card loader. I mean, it would work out pretty nicely. But I still feel like Lena's the better play here. Because it would, it would put the opponent on the ropes, but... Yeah, so you wish that Veden would burn the red, but he won't. Still, Veden's a nice play. As you mentioned, there's no 2-drop that burns 2, so we will be destroying an opponent's crystal. And so we have a 4 health lead and a 1 crystal lead, even though that 1 crystal is kind of hard to use. Well, that'll let us use the crystal. Too bad we already saw the opponent's Emoser. 4 and 0. Alright. So, looking like we're in really good shape to try to take the grand prize. We've got 2 chances at getting those 100 crystals. Here we go. Generator turn 1. Opponent does that. Did the opponent not have a generator, or did the opponent not realize that generators are good to play turn 1? Who knows? Olivia. Alright, so again, not quite sure what sort of deck opponent is running. Has Mana Cry. Okay, let's place out of here. Okay, kinda wish that Lyzetta got hit there, so that we'd still have our 3 crystals multicolored and our Veden would still work. Yeah, alright. We don't want too many, yeah, because we don't have any pure green burn. So I'll have to go with part loader here. Definitely a little worrisome about the number of crystals that the opponent has on us. Generator and all those other colored generators. I don't get the idea behind this deck. Olivia. Alright, so we gave him back the green crystal. That's Helen. Worth noting, we don't have to worry about Chiz Potato because opponent does not have a red crystal. Alright. Parlover would possibly win us the game here if we could see it. Let's see if this works. And there's plenty of stuff that would mess with us. And that's one of them. Healing for 2. Those ones. I'm actually going to go Lizetta here. Thought process was with those 1s, Krogus would go down to 1, and in fact, Krogus would have cost us the game. More detailed thought process was that we could set up for a Lena this turn to try to win. Now, we didn't draw Lena. Veden is the only play. Okay, now... Yeah, Helen is out of rotation. Helen's back in our rotation, so Helen would win. If we don't get one, let's try a Ferran. No, and we lose to a Pestilence. Okay. So we do not go 5-0. Notice consecutive turns that would have won us the game if we had drawn the right card. In fact, yeah, so next to last turn, Helen would have won us, Lena would have won us the game. That turn, Helen or Lena would have won us the game. Yeah. Annoying when that happens. 3 chances in the final 2 turns and missing all of them. But now again, we try to go for the 5-1 and still take the grand prize. You know, only so much you can do about playing your outs when you don't draw your outs. Again, generator turn 1. Generator when you can't pay off. And hope that we don't get Helen here. We get Lena. That's about as bad. I guess we're still tied, so... Slight disadvantage because of the colors. Yeah, let's color up. Yomea denied. And now we have an advantage. Again, Mista, Lena, and Yomea. Okay, so we see, oh, 2 1s and a 3. Neither of those can be... So none of those can be Helen, which means it's highly likely that both those crystals will remain for us to destroy, giving us an advantage that we hope to maintain for the rest of the game. I'm gonna go for the 3-point Ferran. Yep. And we come out of that with the opponent having 1 fewer health. 1 fewer health point. Alright, do you have anything that you can burn that crystal on? If not, it's getting burned anyway. You do. Okay. Well, we don't mind seeing that. Will we see another Veden? We will. Opponent goes down to 2 health. We have a 10-point lead on health. Opponent only has 2 crystals. This, at least right now, is looking like a reversal of our fortune from before. Yeah, that Lizetta. We're trying to get a Lizetta this turn. That's why I played Olivia here. If we can draw a Lizetta here. No Lizetta, so let's Lena. Although now, okay, now with the Crystal Destruction, our Lizetta doesn't work. Maybe Card Loader? There's our Lizetta. Ferran, try to deny opportunities. Okay, maybe Lizetta? One shot. Nope. A Helen that we're forced to waste. Does the opponent only have 1s? And there we go. Okay. So kind of lucked out there at the end, but it still felt like victory was only a question of time. But there we go. 5-1. And before I go, let's just see what's in that golden chest. 87 Rompters. Okay, and this screen, you can tell how little I think of Rompter that I just stopped leveling them up. I have 301 Rompters sitting around. Heaton. Alright. 12 Heatons. Not quite like 87 Rompters, but okay, yeah. And 6 Teresas. So, not quite... Overall, not cards I think are... I mean, Heaton's good. Heaton's good. And... almost 2,500 gold. So between that and the 4,500 from the other rewards... That's 7,000 gold and 100 crystals. Now, something you might notice in the upper right, I seem to be saving a lot of crystals. Why am I saving crystals? With talk of new colors coming out, I want to save my crystals, right? Because I can build just about any red, blue, green deck that I need to. I want to save my crystals to buy as many black and white cards as I can once they're released. But yeah, so that's this video. Hope that you found the decision-making process on deck building and which cards to play during the draft. Hope you found that informative. And until next time, take care.